Hey there, it's Jared Hamilton with the Hamilton Group at Cherry Creek Mortgage. Welcome to another edition of Java with Jared. Once again, happy Friday. Hope everybody's doing fantastic. Well, my headline is, here we go again. As I told you last week, rates finished the week last week better than where they were the previous week. This week, we lost that ground that we had gained last week, and we're up against some pretty important technical levels, which I'll talk about here in a second. In terms of economic data, we did see a lot of news in the housing front. First of all, the North American Home Builders Survey came in. That was higher than expected. It showed builder confidence or sentiment up to a level of 68. Anything above 50 is good. Previous number was 64, and consensus was for that to be the same, also at 64. So it showed that builders are a little bit more confident. However, we did see housing starts and building permits both come in lower than expected and lower than the previous month. We did see existing home sales come in, and that showed an increase of 0.7%, which was a little bit higher than expected, showing that there are more people buying homes than what there was the previous month, and more than what was expected. Leading economic indicators, though, that was weaker than expected. That showed a decline, actually, of 0.2%. Expectations were for leading economic indicators to be up 0.1%. The real driver, though, for mortgage-backed securities was the stock market, was equities. And it set multiple highs here this week. And again, we are setting a record so far today if everything holds, and that's putting a lot of pressure on mortgage-backed securities. So we lost all the ground that we did, and both mortgage-backed securities and the 10-year Treasury have now breached the important level of support that we had at the 200-day moving average. So if that holds for a few days, that could be kind of a bad sign. So sometimes this thing can bounce up and down around that 200-day moving average. But right now, things aren't looking that great for mortgage-backed securities and interest rates. Just because the stock market is doing so well, money's flowing from mortgage-backed securities into the stock market. Exacerbating that is also the Federal Reserve has stopped repurchasing as many mortgage-backed securities and treasuries as they are trying to curb the balance sheet for the Federal Reserve. We'll keep you informed as to what's going on. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call. If you're working this weekend, so are we. Interest rates are still great. We're just off some of those wonderful levels that we had seen previous week. So give me a call if you have any questions. Thanks for joining me with Job with Jared, and we will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.